Well, the UK is ramping up its commitment to cutting greenhouse gas emissions, giving itself 30 years to bring in the country's net output to zero. Thomas Degg is in London with the story and joins us now. So, Thomas, thanks for joining us. Let's look at this net zero and what it means for Britain and how do they plan to get there?
Well, the way the British government is framing this today, John, is we will end the UK's contribution to climate change, pure and simple, by 2050. It's a bold prediction. What net zero means is the government plans to incentivize and ultimately force individuals and farmers and companies, big polluters here, to cut all greenhouse gas emissions to zero within about 30 years. It had already been planned to cut emissions by 80% in that timeline. Now the government's going a step further here. There is a loophole, though, I should mention. People and companies are going to be able to offset their carbon footprint at a cost once these new measures come into effect down the road. Remember, London saw those big protests a few weeks ago, which slowed this city to a crawl. It served as a real potent reminder of what activists here call the climate crisis facing the world, and perhaps, just maybe, pushed the government to act, John.
A bold move, an ambitious move. Thomas, what has the reaction been so far?
Well, broadly, environmental activists here have welcomed the move. They say it is an encouraging headline. The problem, they say, is that offset loophole. The way the Green Party here sees it is this plan is going to let polluters here pay for trees to be planted overseas, for instance, so that they can keep polluting here. The whole plan is going to be up for a government review in 5 years' time. There's no way to tell right now whether this government can guarantee that a future government won't be tempted to roll back some of these pledges. And keep in mind, Theresa May is on her last legs as Prime Minister. She has already quit as Conservative Party leader. She's keen to build a legacy, something other than the Brexit mess, and this is something that could make a difference 30 years from now and beyond if it holds, John, and it is a big if.
Still, other news out of the UK other than Brexit, a rare thing. Thanks for this, Thomas.